hour, then tons of brand new snacks and healthy bites and bars, all coming up in our second hour together. So go ahead, kick back, relax. Everything from Aussie sliders, Australian beef. The sliders actually haven't been back in over a year. We finally have those back in stock from Curtis Stone. And then we've got these yummy, delicious, crispy, crunchy, panko covered chicken bites. Is your mouth watering yet? Oh yeah, they're like melt in your mouth delicious. Those are so yummy. Those are also finally back in stock for all of our Curtis Stone fans. And then we've got his amazing, huge fan favorite pork tenderloin. We are gonna have a few cocktails too, so if you want to pour yourself a drink at home and come along for the ride. I'd love to find out what you're loving tonight. We're streaming live on HSN's Facebook page. So not only do we have a very special Holiday Monday 2-hour show planned, there might be a big surprise coming in our second hour, so stick around. But come see what Marlo has planned for you, because I know she's really thrilled about this amazing lineup. In fact, this is a little sneak peek at some of the great items you're gonna see. And it is our final day of the first big sale of the year. And what does that mean to you? It's our last day that we have 5 flex pay on everything. Those are 5 interest-free payments on your major credit card of choice. So the flex pay, it all ends tonight. But I'm so glad you're watching, because we always have free shipping on food. And this is the perfect way to jump in and get started. So I want to introduce you to our internationally renowned, award-winning celebrity chef, Curtis Stone, for a very special takeover of Good Eating with Marlo. Curtis, welcome back. Good to see you out there in your test kitchen in LA.
Thank you. Thanks, Sarah. Nice to see you too.
Well, I know Marlo loves having you on the show, so we're gonna continue that great relationship, because I know you've done some very special premieres on her show, and this hour is no exception. First time ever, the Curtis Stone Secret Weapon Sweetener. All right, Curtis, let's just jump right in there. Tell us all about it. What is it, and why do we need it?
Oh, these have been so popular. Now, here's the deal. We've got granulated honey and we've got maple syrup powder. Now, what is that? What we do is we reduce them and we powderize those two things. So let me show you what you can do. If you love the flavor of maple but don't always want to get out the syrup, guess what? You just sprinkle this over your yogurt, anything that you like maple syrup on, oatmeal, cereals, you name it. So I'm going to throw some fruit in there and you can sprinkle that flavor of maple on, or of course, you can sprinkle the honey on. So that's the granulated honey on that side. So imagine it over ice creams. There's just so many great ways to use it. Also as a sweetener in your coffee. So I've just made some coffee. Speaking of coffee, Sarah, I am blending my own coffee. Well, actually, we're not really blending because it's single origin. It all comes straight out of Colombia. It is the most wonderful coffee. And if you want a little sweetener in there, I actually really do like the maple as a sweetener. You might like honey for your tea. It's very, very easy to use, because you know, as a syrup, sometimes it can make a bit of a mess. Oh my goodness, that coffee is so smooth. It's right here, by the way. It comes in a bag of 2, but we'll get to that eventually. First off, I want to show you a little bit more about this maple. Now, the maple syrup powder, don't forget, it is a powder. I've got a little powdered sugar. I'm adding a full container of the maple syrup powder, and then I'm going to add a little bit of milk, right? You end up just taking that and you whisk it all together and it turns into this beautiful glaze. Now, what would you use that glaze for? You'd use it for cakes, you'd use it for donuts. In fact, see how quick and simple that was? Powdered sugar, maple powder, and then the milk. And watch what I can do here, you guys. I can glaze my own donuts absolutely perfectly. So any kind of cake or brownie or anything sweet that you like to bake, you'll be able to use that maple powder. And then if you wanted to, you could take just a little more and dust it over the top and give you an even cooler looking finish. So many ways to use it. I've got some tea here. If you wanted to sprinkle some honey over that tea, let me give you a close shot of that. You see how that goes in? And now you're not making a mess. You're not, having to get your spoon in there. Very, very simple and easy. So you'll find so many great uses for these two things. I told you, they've gone crazy already. My boys were the inspiration for this because they love sweetness and they love things sprinkled over, but this way I can manage how much they get.
Curtis, you had me at maple donut. I don't know if you can see me drooling here. Maple donuts, always one of my all-time favorite decadent treats. But here's what you're getting. You're actually getting a 2-pack today. Everyone's getting a 5-ounce jar of the maple sugar powder. That's that concentrated maple flavor. Everyone's getting a 5-ounce jar of the granulated honey. That's the ground dehydrated honey. And what's so great is you'll sprinkle these anywhere, everywhere, from your recipes to your tea to your coffee. Pop it in some chili, your cereal, your yogurt, your oatmeal, your popcorn. No artificial fragrances, substances, flavors, no synthetic substitutions. So you're getting nothing but the best of the best from Curtis Stone. Already super popular, Curtis. So I love this idea. It just makes life that much easier and that much healthier to be part of your maybe 2021 New Year's resolutions. Okay. By the way, if you are posting any comment or question on HSN's Facebook page, guess what? You'll automatically be entered to win a $25 gift card we'll give away at the end of our second hour together. So, okay, let's also talk about your hot chocolate, Curtis. I absolutely adore your hot chocolate. It is all handcrafted, expertly mixed, all finest ingredients. It blends beautifully. I hate when your chocolate powder gets all discombobulated and kind of floats on the top of your cup. This is so nice and smooth, and I'll tell you what, it's not bitter. And here's the best part about this offer. For $24.95, you get all 3. You get 1, 2, 3 canisters, 14 ounces each. One is the decadent hot chocolate mix, one is the peppermint hot chocolate mix, and one, wait for it, salted caramel hot chocolate. A huge customer pick. It's on free shipping today. We've got the flex pay. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to decide. What's your favorite, Curtis?
Oh, look, I go for the decadent chocolate. You know, I also love the mint. So that's the cool thing. Sometimes you feel like something a little minty, and sometimes you like hot, you know, the caramel. I can tell you, my younger son, he likes the salted caramel, and Hudson, he likes the decadent chocolate as well. But all 3 of them are fabulous. So you can see, just by pouring them in, look how frothy and foamy that gets, Dave, if you just tilt down for me. I mean, you can see how simple and easy that is. Now, of course, you can sort of finish them off however you like. I've got a little bit of whipped cream here. This is my minty one. I'll put a little bit of whipped cream in the salted caramel, and I'll put some marshmallows in the decadent chocolate. So it is hot cocoa season, you guys. By the way, you'll never see this. We use the very best quality cocoa, of course. You never see it caking or whatever. And you don't need to add anything else. Everything's in there. The sugar's in there. The flavor is in there. It is all ready to go. So the most beautiful thing, Sarah, is just how versatile it is. So even if you wanted to go in for some ice cream, let's say, and I'm just going to go ahead and put a nice big dollop of ice cream in there, and then look at this. I mean, hello, ice cream float. So that's the mint that I'm pouring in. So good and so delicious. And then a little bit of the salted caramel. I've got a little bit of caramel here just to show you how wonderful that is. But let me do some hard work here, Sarah. I mean, look, I don't mind working hard. I know we've all got to work hard, and oh yeah,
it's a tough job, but somebody's got to taste the hot chocolate. How do I get that quality control job?
Sarah, here's the deal. It's rich, it's decadent, it's not overly sweet. I purposely made it so it's, you know, sometimes you taste the hot chocolate and you're like, oh my goodness, what did they dump, like half a cup of sugar in there? No, we spend the money on the cocoa, those incredible natural flavors. Oh my goodness, it is a winner every single time. Everybody that ever tries this just falls in love with it straight away. By the way, you can also use my sweeteners here. This is that little bit of maple. I'll put it into my flavor infuser and see how you keep the, that's the maple in there. See how that just sort of covers it, and then you can just go ahead and dust. You could also use it for the cocoa. So I'll just empty that out, and then I go straight on in. And then if you wanted to dust that cocoa, it's a great little flavored dusting or garnishing tool.
Ooh, that's so pretty. And by the way, that diffuser is available on our website as well. You get all 3 of these. You get to try the decadent, you get to try the mint, and you also get to try the salted caramel. I love hot chocolate. It is one of the most amazing treats at the end of a long, hard day. You've been out in the cold. And it's also a great way to socialize outside with friends, you know. And think about what you'd spend on a hot cocoa at one of those premium coffee shops or a cafe. Now you can make your own hot cocoa just the way you want it at home. Okay. Well, Curtis, you've had an amazing weekend here at HSN. It's your final hour of the visit. We're not going to let you go without a quick mention on your 8-inch fry pan, which has basically been one of the hottest items of the show, and it's here today. Can you imagine what kind of price this is going to be? Wait for it. Less than $30, less than $20. How about $17? How about $17.95? Lowest price ever on the beautiful DuraPan. 3.1 million DuraPan sold. It's got the nonstick finish. This is the little pan that can, Curtis. This thing is amazing.
I mean, it's unbelievable. We've sold almost 15,000 of these, and at $17.95, I'm not surprised, and I know that when you get this home, you'll also be like, oh my goodness, why didn't I get 2 of them? And many people are picking up a couple, because at this price, why wouldn't you? All I would ask is if you're gonna buy multiple, give one away. Give the gift of cooking, because we're doing this at a try-me price to try and get people to come to us and just try us out. It is a crazy good deal. Go ahead. Now, I'm cooking my little sliders in it, and Sarah, these sliders, did you notice that I just didn't leave without my hot? I'm not going to put it down. It's so delicious. You guys will absolutely love this hot cocoa. Mmm, yum, yum, yum. Puts me in such a good mood. Now, is there a big game coming up in a week or 2? Yes, there sure is. It is the biggest game of all, and we all know what we're going to be cooking. Chicken wings, burgers, sliders. Guys, you can create these wonderful little sliders. By the way, and I let you tell everybody how many they're getting, but have a look at this. It's just so perfect. And with it, you can choose, do I want barbecue sauce? Do I want a little ketchup? Do I want a little mustard? I'm going to my squeezy bottles right here. So yeah, we all know the football is just so much better with amazing food. So I've got my sliders, and Dave, just check this out as well, bud, because I want everyone to see these squeezy bottles. It is a set of 3. You can choose to sort of put that little toggle right there, by the way, or when you're not using it, you put it back on. We're selling it with our barbecue, our mustard, and our incredible ketchup. So you can pick up all 3 of those and the squeezy bottles as well. But let's talk about these sliders, because the value here, and I'll pass the mic back to you, it is unbelievably good.
Oh, in fact, I'm going to count them here in the studio so you know exactly how many you're getting. 1, 2, 3. No, I'm not going to count all of them. I'll just tell you. 24 of these. You get a 24 count of the 2-ounce Aussie beef sliders. All Australian beef, all free range, all grass-fed, no antibiotics, no steroids. Amazingly and decadently rich and tender and juicy and flavorful. And you get all 24 of these for $59.95. They're on free shipping today, as well as 5 flex pay. I want you to get these home, and I want you to try them. I know that's what Marlo wants for you to do as well. This is a great place to try new food, a great way to get food delivered right to your front door, because at HSN we make it so easy. And Curtis, you know, a lot of us are trying to limit any trip to the grocery store that we can. It can get expensive to keep ordering takeout from restaurants or doing curbside pickups. This is where you get that amazing restaurant quality food delivered right to your front door.
You're so right. And look at this. We've cooked all of these well done. I wanted to start with well done sliders because I wanted you to see, even when they're well done, they're still not dry. See how juicy and moist they are? Now, you cook these from frozen, Sarah. And Matt, the next ones, bring me maybe some medium rare. Let me show you, because you see that is totally well done, right? Thank you, buddy. Oh, wow. The flavor, it is so, so good. Let me cut into one that's a little less cooked, because I want you to see now, this is how I would cook them. Still medium, but look how perfectly juicy they are. I mean, and excuse me for talking with my mouth full, it's hard not to keep on eating because everything just tastes so good. This is grass-fed Australian beef. Guys, this is the very best of the best. For any of you that have tried my burgers, those steak burgers, we do the same thing here. We use the chuck, we use the fillet. Sorry, we use the chuck, we use the brisket. We certainly wouldn't use the fillet, and we use the cube. So, you know, the whole thing here is you want to get the best flavor that you possibly can, right? So we cooked them well done, we cooked them medium, and next we'll cook them medium rare. So check this out. Look how juicy and succulent these burgers are. Now, of course, if you do overcook them, they will get a little drier, but these still taste incredible. They still do keep their moisture in, and the flavor of them, Sarah, that's why they're just so popular. You know, those steak burgers, every time we brought them, they sold out. This is made with the exact same grind mix, all no antibiotic, all, you know, very, very healthy choice for you and your family. Of course, we don't want growth promoters put into our meat, do we? And this certainly doesn't.
Wow, and you know what I love? I've ordered these before. My husband and I love throwing these on the grill. You can just throw it on a grill pan on top of the stove. They're ready to heat and eat. So all you do is pop them in the freezer, and they're all individually packed. So you can just grab whatever you need. Great for kids' meals too, if you're trying to figure out, I've got 15 minutes to feed the kids. I just got home from work. They're very, very popular, and this is the first time. Listen to this. It's the first time we've had them back in stock in a year. So it's not easy to get those Australian beef imports. We got to go directly to Curtis Stone. First time in a year, they're finally back. So let me give you some updates. We have the single shipment, which means we send you 24 of these bad boys right out the door, and you have 24 2-ounce burgers ready to go in your freezer. And they're all blast frozen. They're vacuum sealed. They stay fresh. They last months after month after month in your freezer. They last a year. Or you can do auto ship. Now, auto ship means you get to basically lock in this great value. Feature price today, $10 off. You also have 5 flexible payments today and free shipping. Say yes to auto ship, and then you get to schedule your delivery, whatever's convenient for you. Do you want 24 sliders every 3 months? Do you want them every 2 months? Do you want them every month? If you want auto ship, here's how limited it is. Only about 500 of you can get in on auto ship, and even the single shipment is so limited. We have fewer than 800 of you that can order the single shipment of the 24 sliders. They're the perfect size too, and I like that, Curtis, because we're going into the new year. We might want to work on portion control, and also just makes cooking at home that much easier. We're not eating out anymore.
You're so right, and I mean, the beautiful thing about these sliders, I got to tell you, I get home from work late sometimes, and the first thing I do is go and get a couple of these out, and I have 2 of these for my dinner. Have a look how juicy and incredible they are. They're made with 3 cuts of meat, the sirloin, the chuck, and the brisket. Very, very juicy, very, very tender. It really is just so amazing. And here's the deal. When you want to stick one onto a bun like this, now, take your pick. I've got my squeezy bottles. I've got a little bit of barbecue sauce. You could put a little bit of mustard, or you could put a little bit of ketchup, or you could do it like me, and you could put a dollop of all 3, Sarah, straight on there. You go ahead and stack that up. Let me tell you something. If you're having people around for the Super Bowl, or even if it's just you and your hubby or you and your wife, I got to tell you, there's nothing that's going to compare to this. Don't mind if I do.
We'll just watch. Well, my stomach grumbles here. It's about dinner time on the East Coast. Very, very popular. If you want to jump in on these, don't wait another year. Tell us, Curtis, you're originally a butcher. This is how you began your career. You've got a gourmet butcher shop, Gwen, in Hollywood, California. Is this difficult to source right now, or how do you get this incredible high-quality beef at these great values?
Well, you know what? There's a lot of restaurants that aren't buying that high quality anymore because, of course, they don't have any customers. So we do have good access to wonderful quality ingredients, and that's how we're bringing you the best of the best. But can you find this in your grocery store? No. It's very different for me to approach a farmer and say, hey, listen, I want to buy you 1,000 sets. You know, I'm going to go ahead and grind, you know, enough for 1,000 people. If you're a supermarket, you need to buy for hundreds of thousands of people, so that's a very different story. So I'm able to bring this to you from these incredible farmers, and, you know, we really do our due diligence in the restaurant and in our butcher shop. We make sure that everything we buy is so good. No antibiotics, no growth promotants, no added hormones. It is just the tastiest and the best quality.
Ooh, and these are ready to go. You'll have these in time for the big game. So the sooner you order, the sooner you're eating these. And I don't want to keep a slider from you. If you can jump on in, I invite you to place your order online at hsn.com. Follow along, that way you can get all of your favorite items. Place your order by the end of the day if you want the 5 flexible payments. So from sliders to chicken, let's slide on over. Aren't I good at those little segues? You can't make this stuff up. Okay, here are the amazing, crispy, crunchy, panko breaded chicken bites. These are also finally back in stock. It took us a year to get the sliders back in stock. It has been since July since we've had the chicken bites back in stock. And in fact, you launched these on Good Eating with Marlo. So I know Marlo's a big fan. They're juicy, they're flavorful, and you get 3 1-pound bags, a total of 3 pounds of the chicken bites. And Curtis, you've got to let us know, this is not the chicken nuggets you buy at the store or at the drive-thru.
Well, don't tell my kids because they think they're getting chicken nuggets. But I say to my wife, the best thing is they think they're getting chicken nuggets, right? Because they have no idea what a chicken nugget is because they've never eaten one. This is that perfect white meat, all white meat. By the way, look at the size of these. Now, they are different in different shapes. Let me go ahead and cut through it for you. Oh, that one still needs just a little longer. Let me get the other tray because I think I went to the wrong spot. Sorry, Vanessa, you told me the right thing and I went to the wrong place. I've gone ahead and got the wrong one, but it's good to show you what's inside, right? Because imagine what's inside a chicken nugget. You don't want to know, you guys. So here we go. We'll try again. When I cut through these, of course we bread them and we use a little bit of Parmesan, but look at these gorgeous white chicken meat. So we don't use any breading, any fillers. Well, we coat it in breadcrumbs, of course, and a little bit of Parmesan, but do you see that? Perfect little juicy nugget. Now, I call it a nugget. It's not a nugget. It's a piece of chicken, and then we bread it in this incredibly flavorful breading. The flavor is unbelievable on these. Very crispy. Sarah, I mean, you taste the Parmesan, you taste the salt and pepper, the little bit of panko breadcrumbs, which is a Japanese style breadcrumb, all made domestically, of course. I mean, look at this. And you wouldn't believe how healthy and wonderful they are in comparison to that gross stuff that they call nuggets. And look how juicy that chicken actually is. Really, really juicy and fabulous as well. So go ahead. I'm just going to have another little piece here because the flavor of these is so good. And then I'm going to show you all the different ways to cook them, but I want to give you an opportunity to tell them how many are left because I looked, we don't even have 1,000 of these to go around.
Oh, you know what? They are very popular. And actually, we only have about 800 now. And let me tell you, I've tried other nuggets and bites out there. I think we all have. A lot of times they're really dried out, or a lot of times they're way too breaded. And most of the time, let's face it, we don't even know if that's whole white chicken. You don't know the quality of your meat. You don't know the source of the chicken. You don't know how many parts were processed and pressed together, and it's kind of like a big mystery. I love the idea that if you're committed to eating healthfully in 2021, or you want healthy snacks for the kids, or you want healthy chicken bites to put on a salad, this is a really great way to go because you don't have to prep the chicken. You don't have to figure out how to put on the coating. These are amazing in an air fryer, by the way. If you really want that crisp and that crunch and you got an air fryer, these are like the bomb. They'll be so yummy. You can add your own little dipping sauces or put it on top of a pizza. I mean, just be creative, you know. Hey, make the kids cook dinner one of these days. You don't have to do all the work. When you get the chicken bites, you can either choose single shipment. Okay, quick update. Fewer than 500 of you now can get in on single shipment. Say yes to auto ship, and that way you'll always have chicken bites delivered to your door. Super convenient. I think we only have about 300 or so of those around. Do we have a caller? Let me check with Pat. Yes, let's go to the phones because I know someone loves to talk to Curtis. This is Corrine in Massachusetts.
Yes.
Corrine, welcome to Good Eating with Marlo, and say hi to Curtis.
Hi, how you doing?
Oh. Hi, Curtis, Chef Curtis. I've been dying to talk to you.
It's nice to hear your voice.
A couple of months ago, and I have never, ever, ever had the most wonderful shrimp, the best. They were huge, they were juicy, oh my God, they were so good. I've been dying to talk to you and tell you. Oh, you gotta have your shrimp on again.
Well, that shrimp, I tell you what, it is wonderful shrimp, isn't it? I mean, that's the thing. You saw me here with my chicken bites. There's so many ways to use them. I just toss them with a buffalo sauce, and you can serve it with crudité and a dip, and you're just going to have the most wonderful experience every time you eat it. You know, the shrimp, they're wonderful as well. We have them wrapped in bacon, and then we have, I think we have some available online. You can probably go and check it out, you know. So go to hsn.com. We don't have time to show everything because there's so many different items, but there certainly are some.
I don't have a computer. I'm the old school.
Well, you know what, Corinne? We can get that to you. We can get that information from one of our sales reps. Also, if you love seafood, stick around. We've got the first ever Surf and Turf Smart Deal coming up, and that's lobster tail and filet mignon. Like, oh yeah, it's like the creme de la creme. Doesn't get any better than that.
Oh yeah,
but
now you're really
thank you,
making
Corinne.
me hungry.
Oh, now I know. Now I'm making everyone hungry. Thank you, darling. Thanks for calling in. Look at the size of these babies. Big, juicy, tender, yummy, crispy, crunchy chicken bites. That's serious chicken. That's the whole breast. I mean, you can see it. It's carved, and it's all hand selected for you. So you can get that wonderful 3-pound size. They're individually packaged in the 1-pound sizes. So you can kind of just take what you need and put the rest back in the freezer, which is how we love to cook. Because you know what? It's not easy preparing every meal at home. We need all the fun solutions that we can get. So let's show you a couple other great shrimp solutions for Corinne. Okay, what's the item number on this one? 694-295. And which version is that? Is that the bacon wrapped? Ooh, oh yeah, that's a 30 count of the bacon wrapped shrimp. Okay, when we come back, it's gonna be the lobster tails, the filet mignon, first ever Surf and Turf. It's Good Eating with Marlo. The show continues right after this.
Come with us on a journey to Greece and discover innovative beauty solutions that are time-tested. Powered by the Greek flora, Carez harnesses a wealth of plant species that exist only in Greece. We handpick our Greek botanicals and extract them in our own labs. By combining the best of nature with science, Carez delivers powerful results in each product. Immerse yourself in the beauty of Carez on HSN and hsn.com.
What really separates a house from a home? A home should provide comfort, coziness, and convenience. Join me on Monday nights where I'll be giving you great ideas for your home, your kitchen, and your life.
Never run out of the things you love with AutoShip at HSN. Receive your favorite items with automatic deliveries and easily customize your shipping preferences. Plus, AutoShip locks in your order price while enrolled. It's the smartest way to get more of a good thing. Search AutoShip on hsn.com.
Hey, it's Monday night, 5 p.m. I know this is one of your all-time favorite foodie shows. If you love food, or if you just love eating, or if you love to snack, or you're looking for healthy options, or maybe just dinner in an instant, you've got Good Eating with Marlo Smith every Monday at 5 p.m. I'm Sarah, filling in for Marlo tonight. Coming up, the ultimate surf and turf. Are you even thinking about Valentine's Day dinner yet? Maybe a romantic dinner for two? You might not feel comfortable going to a restaurant, so we're gonna bring the restaurant to you. Check out what we're doing. It is our smart deal, and it's its final hour of the visit. So if you love lobster tails, these are wild caught Maine lobster tails and incredible Australian beef, filet mignon, you get the best of the best, all hand cut, all hand carved. They're tender, they're moist, they're perfectly marbled. You get an amazing opportunity in either the 8 count, which is for a 4, or the 16 count, which is 8 and 8, and it's even better value at the 16 count. So you can check that out, but we'll get to that in a moment. So first, we gotta get to one of our biggest all-time fan favorites. I know you love it here on Good Eating with Marlo. It is the Elite Pork Ribeye Steak, and you are getting a total count of 10 of these. Each one of these is 6 ounces. These are really big pork ribeye steaks. This is premium pork. It is cut by expert butchers. It's tender, it's well marbled, it's juicy. And you know what? This is not your everyday pork chop. We're gonna hear all about it, but today you can get that home for a wonderful feature price, limited time only, 5 flexible payments. So if you just wanna get it home and try it, we're actually gonna say, go ahead, take a bite. If for some reason you don't love it, you can return it, but you've got 5 months to pay that off interest-free, $12.16. Curtis, this is a huge, huge, huge customer pick. All of our customers here at HSN love your pork ribeye.
everybody that tries this just loves it. I mean, first of all, look at the size of these. They really are enough for 2 people. I'm going to show you how juicy and wonderful they are. I'm going to stack them up and cut them in half so you get to see what's going on the inside, because to me, that's really important. Is it juicy? Because a pork chop has to be. This is the ribeye, the same as a ribeye steak. Look at these. They're well done, right? Well done, and still this juicy. Now, it's easy to make something medium rare nice and juicy, but let me tell you something. When it's well done and it's still this juicy, and I know a lot of people really want to cook their pork all the way through, this is it. We brine this pork. That's why it is as juicy as it is. We use a little black pepper, a little citrus, some beautiful salt, touch of sugar. Oh my goodness, it melts. It's like eating filet mignon. You can't believe the flavor of these. Now, I want to show you one other thing. Let me just get these out of the way. Let me go ahead, get another cutting board, because I really want you to see something. Wow, that's good. Okay, let me show you. If I tell you this feeds 2 people, wait until you see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 slices. So let's call it 12 slices. If 6 slices, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if that's enough for you and that's enough for your partner, then one of these pork chops feeds 2 people. Now let's do the math. It's only $60. How many are you getting?
You're getting 10.
It's $3 per portion. I mean, you can't get a burger from a takeout chain for $3. And the quality of this pork is so wonderful. So it's no wonder this is one of our biggest ever hits. I mean, it melts in your mouth, Sarah. It really is amazing.
Yeah, in fact, I'm going to invite you in, even if you thought, I'm not a big pork person, or every time I make pork chops, they turn out dry, they kind of taste like cardboard, they're not juicy, they're not flavorful. You've got to try this pork ribeye and find out why everyone raves about it. I mean, people have to really love a pork ribeye to go on our website and write a rave review after rave review. There's a couple ways you can place your order. You can do the single shipment, which means you get all 10 of these right now for $60.79, or you can say yes to auto ship, and that way you'll automatically be on a plan to have an automatic shipment at any schedule of your choice. So that way you never go without your favorite foods. Do know with Curtis that a lot of his foods do sell out. There's only a limited amount that he can bring in each visit. It's the final hour. If you want auto ship, there's only about 500 of you now that can get in on auto ship. If you want the single shipment, if you just want to try it and decide if you love it before you make all those payments, you can do the single shipment, but we now have only about 700 or so of you that can get in on this one. And the feature price, I mean, that can expire at any time. So today it's $10 off and always free shipping. So what a wonderful way to really start the year off right, because this can be high in protein and low in fat, right? The pork ribeye?
1 minute. 6 minutes. You're so right. I mean, look at the size of this pork chop. Now, people say, how do you know when it's cooked? Let me just give you the permission to cheat. I've got a kinetic thermometer here. I go ahead and give that a real quick shake. You can see it come to life. Pull the probe out. Poke that into the thickest part of that pork ribeye, and it's going to give you a digital readout. Now, what does 145 mean? Let me tell you something. We've put it all in here for you. So whether it's beef, pork, lamb, fish, all the donenesses are right there. So you will not be guessing at how this stuff's cooked. Now, I know that this is perfectly cooked. It's still, it's just over medium, right? And have a look at this. Of course it's done absolutely wonderfully, but have a look, you guys, how juicy and fabulous these pork ribeyes are. I mean, it just doesn't get any nicer than that. So perfect, juicy and fabulous. Every single, so this is pork. That looks like it's the most juicy chicken or beef that you've ever seen. Pork has got a traditional, it's got a history of people thinking it's dry. Well, let me tell you something. When your pork literally just pulls apart like this. Look, I'm doing it with my thumb. I'm not even using a knife to cut through it. It is just so juicy, and the flavor, oh my goodness, Sarah, it's so tender.
Yeah.
Melt in your mouth. Very mild, but you certainly taste those ingredients that we've used in the brine. You will love these pork chops. And this economical There's no wonder it sells out this will sell out today. I can guarantee you it will. It sells out every single time.
Again, 400 of you are going to get it on auto ship, only 600 of you now on the single shipment. There's another great way to save. I'll talk about that, but these are individually flash frozen. So I love the convenience, because who wants to, you know, get those bulk packages and you have to divide everything up and put them in little zip bags, and then, or you have to thaw the whole thing and hope that you eat all the leftovers in a week. You take out just what you need. And most of us right now are cooking for just 1 or 2 at a time. So I love the idea. If it's just you and your partner, your spouse, your husband, you can go ahead and pull out just what you need, or the kids can fix themselves dinner and you're getting something really, really healthy, but you're not sacrificing flavor. It's not like you feel like, oh gosh, it's just not gonna taste the same as my favorite meal. You're gonna get tons and tons of flavor. So make sure that you're getting in either single shipment or auto ship. It's our only airing of the visit, and it took us 6 months this back. So I don't want you to miss out. Also, rave reviews, if you want to check out those rave reviews online, and if you want to save $40 off your purchase, check this out. We actually have an HSN credit card offer. You'll save $40 off a single item when you open and use an HSN credit card today. So we'll take care of the rest. Just open your HSN credit card, apply today, buy today, and your price on these pork ribeye is gonna be, what, $20? You're gonna get this home for less than $21. And again, free shipping. So you can't ever make a mistake with all the wonderful food offers that Marlo brings you during Good Eating. The only mistake you can make is miss out. So follow along on Facebook, because you can see everyone is raving about these, Curtis.
Well, Sarah, I was just in my butcher's shop, I'm not joking, 40 minutes ago, and a lady walked in and she said, oh, you're here. She said, I've driven up from Irvine to come and get your food. And I said, what are you looking for? She said, oh, listen, your meats taste better than any other meats I can buy. She's driven an hour to come to the butcher's shop. Now, you guys don't have to drive anywhere. It comes direct to your door. These pork ribeyes are so incredible, and I had this lovely conversation with her, and then I said, what's your favorite thing? And she said, can I tell you a secret? I'm a vegetarian. I actually buy it all for my husband, and he tells me I have to come up to LA to get it. I said to her, you don't have to, just go ahead and order it online, and then you won't have to make the trip. But here's the deal. When you've got this incredible pork, and when it is as juicy as what I'm showing you right here, it tastes fantastic. Now, these are the ribeyes, you guys. The exact same cut as a beef ribeye. Look how thick and wonderful these chops are. Now, like I said to you a moment ago, you're getting a dozen slices or so of this. Look at it. You guys, I'll just go ahead and show it to you. It literally just breaks in your fingers. So you can imagine it in your mouth. It just melts. The flavor is insanely good. And it's so unctuous and juicy. You're just like, That costs $3 a portion? Are you kidding me? Imagine doing it as a steak sandwich, but doing it with a pork ribeye. A little bit of barbecue sauce. Now, we do have a couple of things to show you. This is my smoky barbecue sauce. That's in my squeezy bottle. This is my sweet mustard. And here's my beautiful ketchup, the signature ketchup. Now, these squeezy bottles, by the way, it is a set of 3. You can just go ahead and squeeze whatever sauce you want over those pork ribeyes. This is my beautiful tangy mustard that works so well with it as well. And then, of course, the barbecue sauce. We also have a few different seasonings. So the sauces, we're going to give you the item number up, and then we've got the smoked butcher's salt, and then the smoked butcher's pepper, and then the 2 different salts, the obsidian and the fleur de sel. So we've got great accompaniments for your meat. And with that big game coming up, I tell you what, if you were making steak sandwiches, or if you were thinking to yourself, what am I going to make for the big day, that big football game that we're all excited about? Guess what? This, you just can't go past it, because you throw this on the grill, you stick it in a sandwich, or you eat it with a bit of coleslaw. Who needs to make pulled pork when you can have this in your sandwich? I mean, just so fabulous. Oh,
it looks amazing. You know what? These are really nice and big, very, very generous portions. They're 6 ounces, so you've got 10 of them. Choose auto ship or single shipment, and don't miss out. Already hundreds of you taking advantage. So you can go order online, or I invite you to place your order over the phone for $12.16. Just get them home. Just try them out. And if for any reason you don't love it, you can return it. But I just want you to take one little bite of that pork tenderloin, and you'll be like, oh, that's what everyone was talking about. That's why people write rave reviews about this wonderful option from Curtis Stone. Okay, perfect opportunity, because you might want to cook your pork tenderloin in an 8-inch fry pan, because this is the little pan that can. This is the pan that can fry it all. It'll be your eggs, it'll be your sandwiches, it'll be your sauces, it'll be everything from breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it's at the lowest price we've ever offered. So if you're a big foodie, but you have never tried his pans, this is why Curtis Stone is the #1 top-rated customer brand, period, at HSN. Everyone loves the DuraPan. It's a non-stick finish, it's even heating, it's good for all stove tops, it's all beautifully designed, solid stainless steel, double riveted handle, so you can really get the most beautiful food. You can sear, you can get that wonderful browning, and the best part is cleanup is a breeze. You literally like hold the pan like this and all the food falls out. That's my kind of cleanup. Okay, so I want to mention that because those are going really quickly. We're down to our final, I think we only have like 2,000 of those yet. So we'll keep you updated as those get ready for a sellout. Okay, hey, we're going to a 5-star restaurant tonight. How does that sound? Yeah, we're gonna give you the very best. In fact, if it's been ages since you've had real Maine lobster, if it has been ages since you've been to a steakhouse, if it's been ages since you've really treated yourself to a wonderful restaurant quality meal, I want you to order this tonight and set up a very special occasion at home. Go ahead, create your own very candlelight dinner. It's a smart deal from Curtis, and I'll tell you what's so special. He has never done the surf and turf here at HSN. He's never done this combination, very hard to source. So for the first time ever, he's finally able to bring you the filet mignon, in addition to those beautiful wild-caught Maine lobster tails. Real lobster, so sweet, so succulent, already cleaned, they're ready to heat and eat. You're gonna absolutely love those. The beef filet mignons, all Australian beef, tender, buttery, melt in your mouth. They're aged, they're cut by expert butchers, they're trimmed by hand, and all you have to do today to get in on our smart deal, which is always one of the best values of the entire week here at HSN, is get in now, because you never know when that smart deal price is going to expire. We can either do the 8-piece or 8-count, that means you'll get 4 of the filet and 4 of the lobster tails, or you can do the 16-count, you'll get 8 of the filet and you'll get 8 of the lobster tail. Here's what I want to tell you. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You save $40 off if you do the larger count. So the more you shop, the more you save here, because I know we got a lot of savvy foodie shoppers out there. And it's also on free shipping. So 5 flexible payments, we'll take care of that as well. Just make your first payment on your major credit card. You got the next 5 months to pay this off, but I really want you to try these. Okay, now Curtis is going to demonstrate how to cook and how to eat Maine lobster tail, because it can be kind of intimidating. I've never cooked lobster because I don't know where to begin.
Oh, well, first of all, you know my fillets. You're just going to throw those into a pan. Look at the color that Matt's got on these beautiful fillets. But then let me show you on the inside. Perfectly cooked. I mean, look how juicy and wonderful. Filet, we call that the king of steak. Okay, let me put that up on a plate just here. Now let me go for the lobster tail. So, by the way, I am using my little 8-inch that you keep talking about, Sarah, and I know why you're talking about it because I love it too. Have a look at these lobster tails. What we've done is we've just gone ahead and split them in half lengthways. Then we put a little butter, and you know, this is the only time you'll ever see me cook in butter in my DuraPans, because to me, lobster's such a wonderful, luxurious ingredient, and you really just want to just spoon a little butter over there for the flavor of it all. Now, let me just show this to you. You're taking home 4 tails, which would mean 8 halves, right? Or 8 tails, which would mean 16 halves. So have a look how generously portioned that beautiful lobster tail actually is. Now let me cut through it and show you just how beautifully that cuts through. It's so tender. It just falls apart in your mouth. It has a sweetness to it, Sarah, that you just literally can't believe. I'm sorry to do it to you, my love, but oh, the flavor of this lobster. You get it in time for Valentine's Day. Never a better time to enjoy some really luxurious ingredients like lobster and filet. The reason filet, of course, is America and the world's favorite steak, which it is because of its tenderness. So when I cut through this, you will just see how crazy juicy and tender that is. Now that's a whole steak, right? And watch this. I can literally just pull it apart. It's a steak. It's not a slice of steak. It's an entire steak, and I can pull that in half with my fingers. You know, so when you see that the steak is this tender, and it's this juicy, and it tastes this wonderful, oh my goodness. With the lobster? Leave me alone.
Okay, you chew, I'll talk. That's what we should call this show. You chew, I talk. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't get to taste it here in the studio, but I do get to show you some pretty pictures. So come on in, I'll explain exactly what you can get here today. There's either an 8-piece count or you can do the 16. It is a better value if you go for the 16 because it's not double the price of the 8-piece count. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. If you know, like, oh my gosh, I would love to have this in my freezer. This is something that's all blast frozen, so you can take them out. They're all individually wrapped. If all you want is a filet mignon, or if all you want is one lobster tail, or you want to, you know, set this aside for a very special family gathering, whether it's the big game and you want to throw out a little extra gourmet spread, you want to surprise somebody, if you want to send a wonderful gift to your mom, your dad, a sister, a brother, a loved one, and say, I want you guys to have a really great meal on me. In fact, it'll not just be one meal, it'll maybe be 4 meals or 8 meals or 12 meals, depending on how much you eat. But you could really send a wonderful gift, because who doesn't love the gift of food, right? If you're anything like me, you hate to cook. I wouldn't know where to begin with a lobster. I wouldn't want to pick it out of the tank. I wouldn't want to crack it or poke it or do anything that you need to do. I wouldn't want to steam it or bake it or boil it. I just want someone to tell me, it's already cleaned, it's ready to go. You can throw it on the grill and you'll be eating that in seconds. It's really, really tender and sweet. And of course, with the filet mignon, you really get the most perfect, aged, high quality, tender, juicy filet mignon you've ever had in your life. This is why you want to shop from an accredited chef. This is why you want to shop from an internationally renowned, award-winning chef. This is why you want to shop from a butcher, right? We want to go right to the source. And Curtis, that's what you did for us. Let me give everyone a quick update. Since they're both available on both single shipment and auto shipment, it looks like auto shipment is a little bit more limited. We only have about 200 or 250 to go around if you do want the auto ship option, which means you can kind of stay on this wonderful, great price, and you get to lock in our smart deal price if you're placing your order today and you're taking advantage of the 5 flexible payments. Hey, those go up at midnight. So I know a lot of us love flex pay, me included. So how do we cook a lobster tail?
Well, look, you can cook the tail whole, right? You can go ahead and cook it with the shell on. You can remove the shell. It's totally up to you. Very, very easy to do all of these things. I'm just showing you how much you get out of one of these big, generously sized lobster tails. I mean, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 slices. And then with the beef, you know, this is that gorgeous fillet, of course. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 10 slices of the fillet, about 8 or 9 slices of that lobster. And the flavor of these, Sarah, is unbelievable. So, of course, this is enough for 2 people. Of course it is. Surf and turf is so wonderful when you get the right things. The fillet is a more mild cut of steak, right? It's very, very tender. The lobster is one of the richest flavored things that comes out of the ocean, so they actually balance out perfect. Mmm. There are no words for this.
No.
It is so good.
I know. I can tell you're really enjoying yourself out there in LA. The rest of us are going to have to wait till we get our first order home. But I would love for you to try this. You know, think about, when was the last time you had a really nice romantic dinner at a restaurant where you were inside, it was candlelit, you were with your special loved ones or a family or a good friend? When was the last time you got to do that? I mean, it might have been over a year ago. And you would spend, I can tell you this, more than $150 for one meal with that loved one for $149.95. You're getting 8 meals, or you're getting 16 meals, depending on how many of you want either the filet or the lobster tail. So instead of spending all that money at a restaurant, it can be very, very expensive for one meal. Why don't we bring the restaurant to you? So you can still have that restaurant quality food. You can still set a tablecloth and put out the candles and have something special, something like a big surprise for Valentine's Day, or maybe just a fun treat for a Sunday family dinner or the big game. So the sooner you order this, the sooner we're gonna ship it out to you. It all comes already prepared. They're all blast frozen. They'll keep up to 12 months in the freezer. They're all vacuum sealed. So you just use what you want when you need it. If you just want one filet mignon, or if you just want to slice that and put it over a salad, you're good to go. If you just want one lobster tail, I mean, who gets to eat like this at home? Only with Curtis Stone. So a wonderful opportunity buy and a fabulous day to go shopping. We have free shipping. We've got that incredible smart deal price, which definitely is not going to be here the next time Curtis is back in our studio. And we also have that wonderful $40 off if you want to apply today and buy today with the HSN credit card. Just another little, a great way to save a little extra. So we can get that out to you right away. And what's your favorite way to eat it? Do you like having both on the plate and a bite of each, or do you like to pop them both in your mouth at the same time?
Oh, look, I actually like to have a bite of each, one after the other. I mean, I mix and match, I'm not going to lie, but look how juicy this wonderful filet mignon is. And then this lobster tail, I got to tell you, you can literally just go through that with your fork as well. That's how tender the lobster tail is. So to me, the lobster has this incredible flavor of the ocean. Now, it is Maine lobster, the best of the best. There is no better. Grass-fed Australian beef, no added hormones, no antibiotics. Filet, the best of the best. This is luxury on top of luxury. And you know what? You deserve it. When was the last time you blew $200 on a dinner out? Okay, now this isn't $200 one time. This is multiple meals. So you totally deserve spoiling yourself once in a while. Oh my goodness. It's so good.
Oh, I can't wait.
If I was cooking this for you in the restaurant, it would be serving 2 people.
Yeah.
And we'd be up close to $200. That's just how, you know, that's just the truth. If someone said we want lobster and filet, we'd do a menu for them. It would be a couple of $100 or at least $150 per person. So
right.
You are getting the deal of the century here. I mean, look at how this filet just falls apart. Look at the tent. I mean, I can't do anything more to show you. Even well done, this filet still. I mean, look how well done this is cooked. And look how it still just falls apart.
And
amazing.
Of course, that's like one of the most premium cuts of beef that you can find. Would you use your kinetic thermometer to know when the filet mignon is done? Or what do you recommend to know when the meat's done perfectly?
Kinetic thermometer, Matt, do you have one nearby? Matt's going to grab me one. Absolutely. A lot of people always say, you know, how do I know? As a home cook, how do I know? Here's the deal. You grab yourself a kinetic thermometer. It never requires a battery, ever, for its entire life. You go ahead and pull it out, which means this product lasts you forever, okay? So you'll hand this one down to the kids. It tells you the internal temperature, which is 130. I know that's medium rare. I go ahead and I have a look here. Medium, well done, medium rare. Of course, medium rare is 130. It also tells you for fish, lamb, and beef. So this is a great item to be picking up as well. I said it was medium rare. Is it? Absolutely. It never, ever gets it wrong. Look how perfectly cooked that is. Well done, Matt. That just looks absolutely wonderful.
Yeah,
and you're mentioning my 8-inch fry pan. Here it is. I mean, can you see 4 of those lobster tails fit in there? And the flavor of this lobster is just so unbelievable.
I can't wait. I can't wait to try these. By the way, if you want to add that kinetic meat thermometer, it's been very, very popular. Hundreds of you shopped for that over the weekend. And then the best way to find all of the food on HSN is to go to hsn.com. You can find all of Curtis Stone's food. We had the amazing chicken bites. We had the hot chocolate. We had his brand new sweetener. Be sure to check that out because that's amazing. And then, of course, we had the pork tenderloin. We've got the amazing surf and turf, the lobster tails, the filet mignon. We had those Aussie sliders. I'm definitely going to reorder my Aussie sliders today because I love those great little tasty morsels, and they're just the perfect size for me. But let's go ahead and let's get back to the beginning to our 8-inch fry pan because you got all this food. Let's make sure you've got a way to cook it. It's one of his #1 all-time, not only bestseller, but also one of his most affordable items in his entire collection. If you've never tried Curtis Stone, try this one pan, and I think you're gonna be hooked for life because you're gonna find out why. This pan and this Dura pans are one of our #1 top-selling brands here at HSN. It's also our #1 customer-rated brand. So that means no one gets more rave reviews and all of HSN's amazing premium high-end brands than Curtis don't. So something to brag about, but try this pan and you'll see why that DuraPan nonstick finish is absolutely the best. Whether you're the cook and you want to cook in nonstick, or whether you're like me, you're on cleanup duty, I always vote for DuraPans because they never need soaking overnight, and you're in and out of the kitchen in a heartbeat. So lowest price ever, $17.95. Let's make sure you get in on these great color choices. These are the final quantities, so this is your chance to jump in. If you want the white, it's the most limited. So final call on the white. We have black here on the bottom. Then we have this beautiful, I think we're calling that stone gray. And then we have 400 in the stone gray. And then here's the beautiful turquoise. Isn't that really pretty? And then do we have any in the red? I'll double check. Okay, so we're good in the red. However, we only have like 2,000 of these total across all the colors. And we've been selling thousands of these every single hour. So Curtis, tell us all about DuraPan, because for anybody new that's tuning in, they might not be familiar with your number one nonstick.
Well, let me tell you something. We've sold 3.1 million of these pans. So
there we go. We'll get back to him in a second. It actually, 3.1 DuraPans sold here at HSN. And what you're going to love about it is not only the incredible nonstick finish, but it's all done in this forged aluminum with stainless steel. So you've got that nonstick interior. It's got that beautiful speckled finish, but the food release is like amazing. He's going to be demonstrating that in his test kitchen out in LA. It doesn't matter if you're burning cheese. It doesn't matter if you're melting chocolate. This is the best way to really get the perfect amount of heat and to cook things up quick. So jump right in. I'll give you updates on the colors as they go. I own DuraPan. I own an entire set. I own a lot of accessories from Curtis Stone. Also, every time I'm on air with Curtis, I can guarantee you I'll get at least 3 messages from my family members saying, oh, what do you think about that? Or should I order this one? Or did you get a chance to try that one? So a big fan favorite here at HSN. Show us how great that nonstick finish is, Curtis.
listen, it works better than anything else on the planet. Now, I do have, you look at how hot this pan is. I'm not going to hide from it. Have a look at it. I just threw my sliders in, and I just want to show you that even when you are doing something crazy like this, it still doesn't.
Yeah. You can see that we're having little problems with his Skype feed, but it doesn't matter what you put in this pan, you literally can't mess it up. That's what I love, because as much as I would like to say I never cook, there's still meals that I have to prepare for myself. It could be as simple as eggs in the morning, a turkey burger at night. This is one pan that you will use over and over and over again. The best part is no food sticks to the inside of this pan. And let me tell you, we put these through the test. We'll show you the animation of how that DuraPan nonstick finish is really one of the strongest, one of the most durable in the entire world of nonstick, even heating, so there's no cold spots. If you're searing a steak, it's gonna look beautiful. Stainless steel base, compatible with all stovetops, even induction. You've got that exclusive DuraPan 5 layers of non-stick. You've got 7 times the strength of other non-stick pans. You also are using less oil. You're using less butter. You're using less grease. And that way you're getting fewer fats. You're getting fewer calories into your dish. And by the way, it's also oven safe. So you can pop this in the oven, and maybe you're gonna bake what we have out here, a little blueberry crumble, or maybe you're gonna put a little frittata. Maybe you're gonna just make a nice big pan cookie. Doesn't that sound good right now? A big pan cookie. So what are you cooking in your pan out there, Curtis?
Okay, so I've got my sliders going over here. I've just done my filet and lobster. Have a look at the breakfast. By the way, I think these are gone, but if they're not, grab it while you can. It's a little silicone handle. Have a look at that. The eggs slide out of the pan. And then, of course, when it comes to doing the cleanup, you're literally just going to give it a wipe, and then you keep on going. Now, I told you before I was going to burn some Parmesan cheese. It's in here. Look at that little silicone handle cover. Have a look at that burning cheese. Watch this. I can literally wipe that burnt on cheese out in a second. Now, I've got a New York strip steak cooking right next to that. I'm going to turn it. How do you know? Look at that char. I mean, can you get caramelization on non-stick? Yeah, you can with a DuraPan, that's for sure. No matter what it is that you're cooking, you absolutely are in control. And to me, that's very, very important. You know, even these little sliders that I've got going over here, I'll get a little bit of cheese. I'll cover those in cheese, and we're going to get beautiful flavor. Now, let me just take a step back. Sarah, I started this company because I was sick and tired of people telling me what their cookware would do, and then it didn't work. So I was like, you know what? I've had enough of it. I'm going to make my own. So that's exactly what we did. I am the manufacturer. I'm not just a spruiker who comes out here and talks about someone else's product. I love this stuff because it works so brilliantly well. Filet and lobster, salmon, my gorgeous steak. By the way, that cast iron grill press is available. You can still pick that up, and you can go ahead and grab it. So this is our last show of the entire visit. Thank you so much to everyone for having us. We've had so much fun with you all, and all of your orders, we are genuinely appreciative of them. You've made this brand what it is today, and we're very, very proud of the quality that we bring. And when you get to see the non-stick in action, you'll understand it. If you'd like me to talk through the animation, I'd love to do that so everyone can see exactly how it's built. We're really just cooking up an absolute storm here. I mean, the filet and lobster, by the way, is on my new induction hob. So if you're interested in the induction burner, we can get that for you too. But here it is. Here's the animation. So that forged aluminum just heats up so beautifully well because of the aluminum, right? It's a great heat conductor. 5 layers of the DuraPan is what you get in. And of course, the reason this works so well is it is a patented technology. There's titanium and granite. You need no oil. You can use stainless steel utensils. I always say you should be able to beat your cookware up, and that's exactly what I encourage you to do. Check it out. This 8-inch pan is a wonderful little side dish pan too. So Rochelle's just pulled this out of the oven for me. This is a gorgeous crumble, and watch it just slide on out. You know, the cleanup is virtually non-existent. If I get my towel here, I can go on in, and in just a second,